welcome. Welcome to Confession Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining me. Good afternoon. It's 19 minutes past 2 p.m. And on this day, we like to have our little chit-chats by way of confession. That's what we call it, right? And we'd expect that if anybody has anything on their minds to say, that it's you've not been able to get it out there, not be able to tell anyone or talk to somebody about it, you can feel free and just, get in touch and speak it out, say it out. Just let it out. Let it out. It's very important because it's quite therapeutic to let things out. I mean, studies have shown that people who keep pushing things in or internalizing it are most likely to go down with some sort of heart disease or high blood pressure and stuff like that. So you don't want that to be your own case, right? So if it is that serious, you want to talk, you want to remain anonymous, feel free. And even things that are not so serious that you just want to share with people, please feel free and do that. So that's how we go every Tuesday. You can send me a message on WhatsApp on 08099930137. Okay? Or if you don't want to send a message, please simply record a voice note on that same number. Store the number on your WhatsApp and record a voice note, and let your confession be able to go out there. Okay? Or call. Then the other numbers to call are 070-951-0000 and then 080-9597-4869. I'm streaming live on YouTube. Please join me there and drop your comments, or you can just also drop your comments on our Facebook page. I'd love to hear from you. I see someone buzzing me. Let's hear who this person is. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Confession Tuesday. You have any confession to make?
Yeah, my confession is this. I have two confessions. The first confession is, in those days when I was in secondary school, I used to play football very much. So we had this inter-house competition.
Yes.
I needed to final. Then at the end of the day, when I defeated the SS2, because then around 2000 I was in the SS2. So I lead my class to final. At the end of the day, the JSS3 defeated us. So out of anger now, I went to the principal office. I stole a lot of jersey. And not only that I used it I will sell it for how much? So that's my age now, I cannot do that kind of thing again. So each time I think of it, I always feel bad. Every time I think of those things, I'm not happy.
Yeah. Okay. So wait, because of anger, you just went and packed the jerseys and started selling?
See, the thing, in those days, it's not like now. By that time, even if you are watching Nigerian football, if they beat Nigeria, you can't sleep as of that time, not just now.
That kind of thing, right?
The passion. So I lost the competition, and out of anger, I later went back to the school, passed through principal office. In the afternoon, I packed a lot of jerseys. Not that I used it I sold it for how much, not even the reasonable money, but by that time, if you are holding 15 hours, it's a very big money.
Where was everybody in school that you were able to enter into the principal's office without getting caught?
I'm telling you, that is the jersey. No one said it. No, I used some and I sold some.
Wow.
Each time I think of it, I'm not always happy with myself.
Okay. All right. Thank you for confessing.
Yeah, thank you.
One of those childhood shenanigans that we all have our stories, right? Okay, thank you for confessing. Thank you so much. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, my name is Moses. I'm calling from Center area.
All right, what's your confession?
Okay, actually, I have a confession to make, although it's many, many years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I just want to say to clear my conscience. So when I was, I think I was in the secondary school, SS2. was in SS2. So there is one lady in the compound I was living. Actually,
do you want to pause for a bit? Let's just quickly take one commercial, very quickly.
More news and
please.
We'll be back in a moment.
How na day? Shey una don tire for bank?
Hi everyone, my name is Swat. That's the name my father gave me, but you can always call me Her Vocal Majesty. I'm the host of The Sunny Side on 95.1 Nigeria Info. It takes place every weekday, noon to 3 p.m., where we get to have all the lovely contemporary conversations. If your days are normally long and gloomy, well, not anymore, because I'm here to make it all bright and sunny for you. So join me. It's an invitation. You don't want to miss out.
This is Nigeria Info.
Other village. So I was living with in the compound where I was living, my landlord. So I was friending the girl. So my parents, they trusted me very much. So they never knew that that I can get involved in that kind of thing.
Wait, what did you do first of all? I didn't catch.
I was friending I was actually friending one of my landlord's daughter.
Oh, okay.
You understand? So then the other one was also interested in me. You understand? And the other one knew that I was friending her sister, and I actually like that her sister even more than the other one. So when I did not give the other one the taste, and I went to go and report report us to the father that I'm friending her younger sister. So one of these days, the father learned a bush for us. So he now caught us. So that happened that sorry, let me call you on.
Oh, okay. All right. You will call back. Thank you so much, though, for calling in and making that attempt. We have a confession on the WhatsApp platform. Let me read it out. Good afternoon, Madam Swat. Anonymous, please. My confession for today is I collected a phone on Easy Buy about a month ago with a 4-month installment agreement. I had a plan to meet my obligations. Unfortunately for me, things didn't go as planned for me, and now the first tenure is overdue. I've been getting a barrage of calls and messages from Easy Buy with threats of defamation and infringing on my private data just to coerce me to pay up. They've been using my credit card info to deduct money from my account. Of course, I don't have money on the account, but they were able to deduct 5 naira from the account, of which I challenged the debit with my bank, but it wasn't upturned, and I've been seeing messages of failed card debit on my bank. This is going too far. I've reasoned with them to give me some time to pay up, that I'm working on generating money to pay up, but they are not buying that. The truth is that if I don't want to pay, I know exactly what to do to get off their radar, but I'm not willing to do so as I don't have any criminal tendency. I feel really terrible about this, to be honest. I hope they don't go about their threats, because if they do, when I'm done paying up, I'll sue them. Now my confession be that too. I need advice. Hey, God. Okay. You know, sometimes, right, this thing about taking all these loans and credits, I mean, you can speak for yourself, but you can't speak for people. People get desperate. So it's not even possible to tell people, okay, don't borrow, don't do this. It cannot be an absolute law that would govern everybody, because people get into tight situations. But at the end of it all, before you embark on those loans, first of all, read up, especially loan sharks in this country. And in your own case, they're an organization that I know that people carry on that, but they're very aggressive in the way, and the way they go about recouping their loans. Very unprofessional. I've seen people, because they have given loans to people who they feel are running away from paying, they will send you an obituary. They would say that you're a thief. In fact, some people say they will kill you. You know, all sort of things. I don't know where that comes from. And I feel that sector needs to be regulated, highly regulated. But it seems they're just loan sharks, independent. People just go, collect money, and they get into trouble. So before you collect such loans, if you have to, my advice ideally would be avoid them if you can. If you have to take some loans or borrow money, maybe do it from family members. Do it from people who you know, and you can have access and plead with them in case you are going to fail. But these people that you don't know, you need to be very careful because they come with a lot of messy aftermath. So that's one thing you need to know. Maybe you need to approach their office and tell them that you're not a crook, that what you plan to do did not happen. And this can happen to any other person. So beg for a better time, more realistic, that will suit your payment plan for them, and beg them to please stop that. And this is what you intend, or this is how you intend to pay. So rather than running away and allowing them to try to debit you, you should probably approach them. And since you say you don't have criminal tendency, talk with them. Cut a deal with them. Can you guys stop? Sorry, I thought I could pay. I could not pay it. But from the way things are looking, I might have money within so time, and this is how I intend to go about my payment. Negotiate with them, and so that this embarrassment will stop. If not, I don't know. You can't continue not talking with them, and you think they will stop. They don't have anything to lose, so they'll just keep going on and on and on. So as much as you can, please just reach out with them and see if you're able to do something, okay, to salvage the situation. Hello?
Hello, Sister Swat. Sorry, something came up. I have to attend to my voice.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
It's Moses. So
Okay.
what really happened was that, so I was friendly with the younger one. Then the other one also was actually interested in. I went to go and report me to the father. So the father now lay ambush to us. So the girl was with me inside the room. So the luckily, but by the because of living in their compound now. So the father now caught the younger one with me. So the information now got to my parents. And I denied it, you understand? So, and I made my parents to know that, believe that I have never done that kind of thing in my life. And my parents believed it, and they supported me that their son is not that kind of person, But, and they stood vehemently behind me that thing did not happen. So, and I made them to know that I'm innocent, that such a thing does not happen. I don't find that day. So that cost me a lot of things because in our school, I was a senior prefect designate. The information got into my school that this was what happened. You understand? So I was supposed to be made a senior prefect, but as a result, I was denied on that. So, but I still keep on talking because up to now, even I have not told my parents that actually I was going out with that girl. So this is an opportunity for me to confess so that I can be able to clear my conscience. Thank you very much. God bless you.
All right. Your parents are still alive?
My dad is still alive. It's only my mom that is alive.
But how long ago did this thing happen?
It is happening. That was in 1998.
Okay. That's a long time ago. A long time
ago. Yes, 1998.
Okay. But why did the sister report you? Was it that she told you she liked you and you said no to her? Why did she go and report you?
Yes. Actually, she wants me to also friend her. You understand? She loved me. She has, in fact, from her body language, everything, and she knew that I was actually friending her younger sister. She still wants me to also be going out with her. You understand? Then I refused. Now went to go and report me to the father. But it's not even that one that is my challenge. But the fact that I made my parents to believe that I was not that kind of thing.
Yes.
That is what is my challenge.
Okay.
Because it was later become a public something. You understand? They even thought that maybe the way the father did something, they thought that I impregnated the girl, but not maybe that was the information they took to my school. That now this person we should be even my classmate that say they should go and be contributing money to they will use to buy baby wear. That was what the information that got to my school.
Okay.
But that is not my story. But the fact that my parents stood behind me, they that their son is not that kind of person. So what are you accusing my son? Meanwhile, I was actually I did it. You understand? So I want to confess.
Okay.
I pray that when maybe even times I travel to village, I should also to tell my mother that, okay, this is that I denied once at a time. It actually happened.
Okay.
So that I can clear myself.
Yes, I think it's a good one when you do that. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you for confessing. All right, that's an interesting one. More away from there, someone says, tell the person that owes a loan app to pay what he owes. Loan sharks are terrible in this part of the world, but we all know how they operate, yet some still patronize them. Okay? Okay. Sucre, thank you for that. I don't know why some people send some sort of messages. I mean, your confession is that you're hungry. What kind of thing is that? Okay, let me leave that out and read this one. My wife, after 20 years of marriage and the mother of my children, just decided to stay away from me. She went to the next room and stayed over a week with no reason and no explanation, and saying nothing and telling me to get away from her. I tried several times to access her and know what the issue is, but she kept telling me to get away from her. I really am confused and I don't know what to do. Okay? Right. She just decided to leave the room and go to the other place, to the other room to stay. And she has no explanation. She has nothing to say to you and has not given any reason. You've been trying to reach out to her, but she is telling you to get away from her. Did anything happen? Did anything happen? Because how can somebody just leave the room and just go and start staying in another place, stay away from you, stop talking with you, no reason proper? It's just like what the last lady said last week about husband getting up and saying he wants a divorce after 9 years of marriage and then blocking all access. Sometimes I don't know when people behave like that. Anyway, you heard what the doctor said the last week, right? About trying to investigate what actually could have happened. Maybe something must have triggered it. Because people don't just, except if this is a case of mental infirmity that has set in or something, but there must be a way that can be dug into. You know how you'll be able to dig into her mind. You should probably, is it that she's locking you away or locking you out and not allowing you access to her? Or is that you try talking with her and she just looks at you and doesn't talk and just keeps staring? Or what exactly? Because I'm just trying to understand why people would just get up one day and decide to start acting very strange to their partners. And this is, for you, is even up to 20 years. You said the mother of your children and your wife of 20 years just decided to keep you out of her world. You've tried, and nothing is forthcoming. So I don't know. I think there must be an issue somewhere. And if she's not, maybe you need to reach out to family. You need to reach out to family. At this point in time, it's getting alarming that you've been trying. You said for 1 week, right? And nothing is forthcoming out of the whole situation. Now, if you've tried, I know that some people say, well, they want to keep their marital relationship or issues away from. But when things get this desperate, as the way you're sounding, you're alarmed, you're worried, and you need to know what to do. You probably need to reach out to family or spiritual help, maybe your pastors or something. Because there must be some sort of explanation for this, which I unfortunately cannot tell you what. But there's always a way where there's a will. All right. So it's Confession Tuesday. If you have any confession to make, please feel free and send them in. Let me see. Is this a confession or something else?
Hello, Auntie Swat. Please, I want to advise the person that go to Easy Buy. You see, people will start doing some funny things and continue to spoil things for other people who are in need. If you are doing any business and they are not capable of meeting up the obligation, you just allow it to be. Now, they're saying all this blah, 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 blah. At the end of it, the Easy Buy, we see some people who need the services will continue to bite their teeth because the available means of them getting something in a very soft way has been blocked. Let him return the phone if he cannot be able to meet up.
So the thing is, would they even collect the phone? I don't think they'll collect the phone. You know how our attitude here with regards to refund. I just feel he needs to man up. Just go and meet them and negotiate with them and tell them that, look, I've not run away. I don't have any criminal tendency. I don't intend to start with you guys. I intend to pay this, but it's a little uncomfortable. I just feel that's what should be done. Except if there is a provision of returning the phone, then please, Oga, by all means, return the phone. Get a touchlight phone and use. You manage. You still answer calls. Pending when you're able to gather enough money. But holding on to something that is costing you Allah, please. Okay? Right, it's Confession Tuesday. If I call for contributions, please do. But if not, let's just stick with the confession at this time. Thank you so much. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Let government convert what they about our life, they about our farm. Let them convert.
Hello.
What they happen. After they take on their experience. There's what is happening today. Let them convert. We are waiting to hear their confession.
Whose confession?
Let them convert what they about our refinery.
Let's move on to this one. Said ooh, I saw a message that I'm being asked not to read out, but this is getting me, it's tickling my fancy. All right, don't worry, I'll reply you, my boss, who is trying to find out information from me. Okay. All right, another confession here. My younger sister, who is a widow and had lost her job some times back, called me and asked me if she could move in with me because she couldn't afford to pay her rent again. So I allowed them to come in. She moved in with 3 children into my house. And this what that was the beginning of my problem more. Because my sister's attitude just changed. She would not help with anything in the house. The children would destroy things in my house, and she would not even apologize for it. I was bearing up with her for a couple of months until it got to the point where I told her that I could not bear this anymore and she needed to leave my house. And I decided, and I told her to leave my house. And since then, I've been feeling a bit guilty, but also I've been telling myself that I did what I needed to do because my sister's attitude was not even helping matters at all. Did I do wrong to ask her to leave? Okay. So, did you do wrong? You said your sister's attitude was not helping issues. Did you try talking with her to tell her your concerns and all of that? See, Ba, look. This life, Ba, this life is not a straight jacket or one size fits all stuff. I agree, her attitude may not be good, but she might be going through a whole lot, might be going through a whole lot. And sometimes when people behave, we're very quick to judge, we're very quick to just dismiss them and just, you know what, you can't give me that attitude. But sometimes let's try to be understanding. Let's try to be understanding of people's situation. You said she's a widow and she also lost her job. And then she's having to deal with 3 children. Did you ever sit down to talk with her? Like, okay, sis, what is it? What do you want me to do for you to help you? I noticed that this and this, I'm not happy about it. What exactly is the problem? Did you talk with her? Did you try to, find out basically why her nonchalant attitude? Of course, she lost her job. She could not afford rent, right? So you basically don't even expect that someone who called you and is seeking for your help, would contribute to the stuff in the house. Because if she was with her job and could take care of her children, I don't know why she would want to leave her house in her own comfort zone to come and inconvenience you and inconvenience herself. Because it's not just about inconveniencing you. It's also about inconveniencing herself because she has to come under your rules. She's leaving your house, right? And then with 3 children, there must have been a whole lot. I'm not making excuses for her. It's inexcusable that you go to someone's house, you want to live with the person, and then you don't take up some form of responsibility. Even if you cannot give monetary support, you have to find something to do to make yourself useful. Don't go under someone's roof and eat their food and dirty their house and do the things you want to do, and then you come on. After all, she's my sister. She has no. There's no excuse. But then you also, who is at the receiving end, you have to find a way to, give a stretch to some people, a long rope before you take steps. So I don't know. You said a couple of months. I don't know how long you allowed her to stay before throwing her out of the house. You're feeling guilty. Is there a way you can reach out and talk with her and see how you can, just make things right? Even if she doesn't have to come back, but make things right. Because truth is, I'm sure she's going through a lot. I'm not excusing her. And you also need to tell her how her attitude made you feel. For you to have done that, you can reconcile and find a common ground. And one of the things I think the best ways we can do is if we can help, our relatives, our siblings who are going through stuff to find a means of regaining back their means of livelihood. I think that will go a long way. Because what about the children now? They're going to school. What is happening to them? I'm just thinking a lot around that, But, hey, if you have anything to add to this, you can just chip in a word or two about this lady who threw out her sister who came to live with her with 3 young children and bad attitude, according to her. Her sister was not helping issues. The children would destroy stuff. The sister would do nothing. She would not help around. She would not do anything. And she just couldn't take it anymore. And she asked her sister to leave. Now she feels bad about it and is asking what she should do. She should just let it be or what? So let me hear two people, 2 opinions on this, and then we'll move on to more confession. It's already 2:47. This one said, a broker person front glass. Till today, I japa the man never knew who did that to his car. Okay, you broke someone's glass, right? And you ran away. Anyways, that's one other confession there. Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon, Excellency Barrister Swat. I remember Mustafa Bakar Ali calling from PW Kubwa.
Okay.
Well, it is not easy on everybody. And as you can see, you say she lost her job, a widow with 3 children. That is not really easy. She must have been going through a lot of psychological and emotional stress. Sometimes if you don't hear from the next person, don't be quick to conclude. I don't want to believe that she's not contributing anything in terms of the household chores, but maybe she's not contributing enough. If you are buoyant enough, you understand, but so if the brother or sister is buoyant enough, ask her what trade can she do, and just do that sacrifice so that it's better she go and stay on her own rather than that. But I thought there's age that you reach. You don't want to stay with anybody. I don't think nobody will be comfortable staying with anybody at some certain age. Mm-hmm. So please, let's sacrifice. That our brother that come from a central area. Now for you, God give you 1 plus 1 extra. Then you go allow her, go tell landlord father. Now for you. Bye-bye. Thank you, Mr. Karima Alabu.
All right. Thank you, Iba Tinubu King. Okay, that one didn't also stay. All right. 0700 951 0000 and 080 95 9597 4869. A message here said, Swat, there are people who behave unthinkable. Something must not happen before people behave anyhow. My wife, who left home a month now, still haven't said exactly what happened or what I did that made her leave. That man should be lucky his wife is still in the house. Just keep talking with her. How far with you? Is your wife back now? Have you talked? What's the situation right now? Please update me. Let me know what is actually going down there. Okay? Let me take another call. Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is calling back. Moving from CBD.
Okay.
You're a very funny man. I actually like your anytime that a little bit we speak our mind. That was why some of us we don't normally make up. Sometimes I like the way you contribute. The very honest.
Oh God, this is confession, not to hail Tinubu Pikin.
Concerning the brother, no blood is thicker than water. No matter the situation, some things, what you need to do, number one, just as he said, maybe you call her and sit her down and ask from her what is her problem. Then when she discovers, if you don't be able to explain to her to him, then you can also, if the father is still alive or they have an uncle, you can explain to her. Look at what my sister is doing, and I've called her, and she's not ready to change. She understands. So if she's not there, if you have other siblings that are also with him, if you let them know, you escalate it so that it will not be as if maybe he's being wicked. Now that the conscience is judging him, I think what we need to do is that, because one thing in this life is that we are human beings. We go back to hell and God to forgive. What we need to do now is that to go back to her. If there is anything we can do to help her, so that we can be able to bring her out of the situation, to pass it through. The truth of the matter is that the believe she's passing through a lot of things. If you have not lost husband or you have not lost wife before, you do know the case of someone that lost his or her loved one.
Okay.
So I think if he's feeling guilty, what he needs to do is that to do something that he can use to clear the guilty in his hand.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Obviously, she's feeling guilty. I'll take the last call on this, and that's also, we go back to our confession. Hello? Except this is a confession.
Good
Hello.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Tony from Guarimpa.
Okay.
You know, three critical things we need in this world. Number one, liberty. 2, freedom. 3, education. For me, the best thing that I've done for the sister is how initially her space, her freedom. Go and rent an apartment for her. Instead of actually, no, bring her into my place. So don't feel free. If you don't not feel free, so the best thing I've done for the brother, to rent accommodation for her elsewhere.
What if she doesn't have money for accommodation? It's easy for us to say she should go and rent a place. What if she doesn't have the money for that, honestly?
No, what I'm saying, the brother should have done that. The brother should pick the bill. I will do that for my sister.
No, it's a she here. Oh, it's a she. It's a she. It's a sister thing. Hello?
Is she not so?
Yes, it's a she. She put her name. I don't want to call her name. It's a
yes, and I would have rented an apartment for her and her 3 children now elsewhere.
Okay, what I'm saying is, if she doesn't have money to rent an apartment for her sister,
the brother should have done that.
Did they tell you that they have a brother? No. Sometimes I think our expectations are too much. Even if they had a brother, which she did not mention, who told you that the brother has money to rent an apartment for somebody else? And this is Abuja we live in.
That's right.
You understand? So let's cut some slack for people. If she asked her to come in and she felt she had space and said, okay, sister, come and stay with me. And then the sister started behaving badly and she didn't like it. For me, I felt she should have stuck with her sister and let her, rather than just throwing out the sister because you don't know what the sister is going through.
I agree with you.
You know? So I think they can still mend. At least blood is thicker than water. So it's something that can be mended, quickly. Because for me, my concern now, you've thrown her out. Where has she gone to? She has 3 children. She's a widow. Right? And I think if for anything, some sort of compassion and empathy, and going by the fact that she's your sister, you can do a little as your strength carries. Everybody's going through stuff right now. So may I not tell you, if you have the money, if you are very comfortable and you feel you can help your sister get a place, by all means. After all, what is family there for? Your money, if you don't spend it on family and people you love, you cannot even enjoy that money. There's no benefit of it. I was listening to someone say, what is the rush? Okay, yes, money is very good. It makes life easy. But the truth is, the joy of having money or wealth is if you're able to spend it and put a smile on people, and contribute to humanity. Because at the end of the day, you keep 20 cars in your compound. How many cars can you drive more than one? How many toilets can you have? You have a 10-toilet, 20-bedroom apartment. How many bedrooms can you sleep all at at once? So if you're able to extend that to people, by all means. But if you do not have, I think the least you can do is probably see how you're able to help in your own little way and make it better for your sister, pending when she gets up on her feet. Because I'm sure for her, it's also inconveniencing coming to stay with you. Nobody wants to do that as an adult, right? Let's take this quick break.
More talk, news, and sports after this. The Impact.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.